What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you for being here. Today, second episode of our, getting into the sport card world, and it's back. There's a lot that I want to jump into today, but first I just want to say thanks for being here again. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be dropping a lot of new videos, whether it be about reselling or all the above, with these cards, the investments that I'm making, and who I'm looking at going forward. I'm going to try to be giving as much content and knowledge for you guys as possible. So trying to stay ahead of the curve as we do that, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that in this video. But when you are investing in cards, and when I'm investing in cards, there's a lot to think about. There's a lot that goes on behind it. It's not just, hey, he's a good player, let's invest in him. There's a lot that you need to do, and I hear it, and I would definitely recommend you need to do a lot of research and studying on these players and these cards. There's so many different variations of a card that can change it just like that. So first of all, I want to go over a couple questions that I ask myself when I am investing in sport cards, and hopefully you guys are thinking the same thing, but I think this is very important when talking about investing in sports cards, which is what I'm doing. Yes, I do enjoy it, but also I'm trying to make money in it at the end of the day. So some of the questions that I ask are, what is my reason for investing? Bless me. Anyways, what is my reason for investing in sport cards right now? I just told you all I'm trying to make money, whether it be fast money or money down the road. I'm doing both. So that's one thing. And then also, what is my goal? Is my goal to buy and hold these cards for a certain amount of time, whether it be 5 years, whether it be when LeBron retires, whether it be after the championship? What's the goal right there? Buy and hold, buy and a quick flip, and buy, grade, hold, flip, all the above. So again, there's a lot of things that go into it, and some of this may be completely new to all of you, or some of you I should say, and these are questions that you're going to have to ask yourself. So other questions that I ask myself is, where is the value being found in these cards at this time? Is it better to buy raw cards? Is it better to buy graded cards? That's a hot and heavy question right now. Some of the raw cards are just as expensive as a graded card that's not a perfect card. And if you're in the game, you understand what I'm saying. If you're not, you will understand what I'm saying. But so that's kind of the thing. Are you wanting to try to find these underrated cards where you can grade them? Some of these cards, so I'll show you this one right here. This Ben Simmons card. And hopefully you can see that in the picture. So this Ben Simmons Prism rookie card. He did just get injured, so that's tough, but I wasn't going to flip this quick anyways. This card right here, I got it for under $100, and first of all, that's a deal alone. It's worth $100 raw. Raw is any card that is not graded. So if I get that graded and it is a PSA 10, that card automatically is over $500, pushing $700. And it's only going to go up, in my opinion, with the type of player that he is and how good he is. So that's the kind of things that you got to think about. You could buy that card right now, graded, and you're going to be paying that $500. So it's a risk. It's a bet. It's a gamble, and that's some of the part that it's fun, and it's definitely kind of, you got to learn your stuff and try to figure out where the spots are to invest. So when you're thinking about, do I want to buy that raw card like I just mentioned, or this is a graded card? So this is a Jason Tatum Prism rookie card. This is basically the same Ben Simmons card that I just showed you, but it's already graded. This is a perfect card. It's worth $1,000 right now, and that's that's not what I paid for it. The value has already increased to that, and it's only going to go up as the playoffs go. If the Celtics do well, that card will be over $1,000, and that's when I'm planning on selling it. So pulling for the Celtics right now, pulling for Jason Tatum to do well. That was one of my plans during the whole quarantine and everything, and once they got to the bubble, I expected them to play well, and I expect him to play well. I think he's a great player. So regardless if they were to bust and that card did not go up, I'm fine with holding it. So anyway, so that is the graded or raw question. And that's the kind of things that I'm asking myself also. And then also, when you are, say, going to send in something to get graded, or when you're going to buy something that's already graded, what grading platform should you not only be trusting, but what is giving you the best value, bang for your buck, whatever you want to say. There's PSA, there is Beckett, which is BGS, and then SGA. You have those three, and then you also have like your GMAs and lower levels. I think that PSA obviously has the most value right now. Beckett is underrated, and I think it'll probably rotate to that. You can find a lot of value in Beckett 9.5s right now, and then SGA is one that Gary Vee, he pushes a lot because he likes the background, the black background and everything. So that's something to look at and think about. GMA, I wouldn't personally invest in that because they don't grade their cards very well. You could get a GMA 10, and it may be a Beckett 8.5 or a PSA 8.5, 8, 9, something like that. So it's just something to look at. GMAs usually are cheaper, so that's kind of where you got to think. Also, when you're looking at this grading system, let's look at the pros and cons compared to the raw versus the graded cards. So the raw card or the graded cards, they have more value in them. Okay, but the raw cards, you can make more of an investment in them. You can get more cards for your investment, and you're going to have less invested for the most part. And then you also can find sleepers with the raw. So that's kind of pros that you're trying to look and find. With these, it's hard to find a sleeper for the most part that has already been graded and all the above, because there is some value with the graded card no matter what, just because it's already has that grade. So with some of the cons, these players could be a bust. If you're buying a raw card, not only could the player be a bust, but the card could be a bust. It could have bent corners, it could have a crease, or the print was wrong, all the above. There's so many things that you have to see. It could not be centered correctly. So that's things that you have to think about. Maybe it's not as desired when reselling. So after you get it graded and all the process that you have to wait for right now, if you send something into PSA, you're having to wait months to get it back. So that's something also that you're having to think about. And sometimes that's why you may want to invest right now in a graded card if your reason for investing is a quick flip. You can't really be doing a quick flip right now if you are wanting to get it graded, or buying raw, wanting to get it graded, because you're not going to be able to do that in time, I don't think, unless you're wanting to do football, and we'll get into that. So that's kind of things that you have to think about. So the raw cards, if you're buying raw, you could see a longer time in getting a bigger return and getting your investment back. It could be longer for those cards to be flipped and that. So here's another. So I'm going to go ahead and in this part of the video, I want to show you guys what I have invested in right now. Some of the cards that I have with me, some of the cards that I've actually sold just recently that I have to ship out tomorrow. That's why I wanted to go ahead and do this video and kind of let you see where I've been, where my money's at, and what I'm planning to do with these cards. So I'll let you see some of these real quick, and we can go from there. So this right here, this is a Donruss. It's a complete set of Donruss rookie cards. Actually, it's a complete set of the whole NFL from 2017, which if you are in the game, you already should probably know that Pat Mahomes was in that draft class. So this card right here, Pat Mahomes, his rookie card, I bought this whole set for $150, and I just sold this set for $300. So I'm shipping that out, quick flip. When I saw that on eBay, I purchased it very quickly. I didn't really even have to think about it because that one card, that Patrick Mahomes card, is worth the $150 easily by itself. And then it also has, if you can see, it also has every other person that was drafted, all the rookies that were drafted, Deshaun Watson. So I mean, that was an easy buy for me. Quick sell. That whoever's buying this, they're probably going to get that Pat Mahomes card graded or keep this as a complete set. That Patrick Mahomes card is in great condition. If they send that in and it gets a 10, they could make, they'll definitely make their money back, the $300 for sure off that one card. So it just depends on what they're wanting to do with it. So some other things that I'm invested in is Aaron Judge. So I have some raw rookie cards of Aaron Judge. And another thing to think about, another thing that you've got to look at is with each one of these players, there is a specific rookie card that has more value. So this is an Aaron Judge rookie card. Hopefully you guys can see that. And this is an Aaron Judge rookie card. This Aaron Judge rookie card is the valuable one, the more valuable one right now. So that's just something to think about, something to look at and know when you're looking at all these guys. So yes, those are both raw. I got those for like $20. This card alone is, if it's graded and it grades well, could be, I'll be on the lower end and say $200. But I mean, if you know what that card's going for, you know that's a lower end of what that card can be worth if he continues to play like he's playing right now. I think he's the MVP. I've been very outspoken about that, and I think they win the World Series if they get some pitching. Come on. So that's somebody I'm invested in, and I'm gonna actually, in another video with some sport cards, I'm gonna tell you guys who I am looking to invest in and why I'm looking to invest in, what my thought process is on that. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So anyways, there's Aaron Judge. Here is, this was a great buy, Michael Porter Jr. Prism rookie card and Jaren Jackson Jr. Prism rookie card. Both of these players are young, great players. See if you can see that. I bought these cards for $20 for both of them. This card alone right here, raw, which means ungraded just like it is going for over right at $100 right now because he's tearing it up. Michael Porter Jr., I have a lot of his cards. I don't have them all with me right now. I don't know where they're at. Honestly, this is just a little bit of the cards that I have. I was heavily invested in Michael Porter Jr. I told some of you that. Those of you who are watching, you know who you are. I should have bought more. I wish I would have, because while I'm on this card right here, this is a green Prism PSA 10 graded. I hope you can see that. So I bought this card for $150 on eBay. Yesterday it sold for $625 in maybe a month. Actually a couple weeks, honestly. So this was a guy I told one of my buddies, I was like, this guy is a superstar. He's just as good as Zion, Ja. No one's thinking about him because he's injured. He's had injuries. He's about to come out of this bubble. Once they start playing, he's going to set the world on fire, and literally everyone's going to know his name. Everyone's going to be talking about him. I was right. He is on fire right now. Anything with him is blowing up. So this card sold. $150 I bought it. Sold for over $600 just like that. That's the kind of money that you can make if you're investing in the right people. You have to be smart. You have to be careful. Have to do your research, but it is out there for the taking. And again, this card right here, I got it for like $10. after it's graded, after this card right here is graded, if it grades out of 10, which it is, it looks great. It is a $500 card at least, and it's only going to go up. I mean, that's how good he is. That's how he's playing. So that was solid. I already told you about this Jason Tatum. This is a graded perfect Gem Mint 10 Jason Tatum. It's going to be worth over $1,000 come playoff time. I did not invest that in it. I'm well under that, so I'm happy about that, hoping it sells once the playoffs get here, and that's going to be a great sell for me. I am Brandon Ingram. This is another guy. Right now, I think this is a great guy to get. You have to think about your timeline situation now. The Pelicans, he and Zion, they are out of the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs for sure. So this is worth probably $400 right now. Again, that's not what I have in it. I may hold this card because I personally think that Brandon Ingram is the next Kevin Durant. I'm pretty outspoken about that. Again, with one of my buddies, I told him that. I think he's that good. I think he's the best player on the Pelicans. And that's bold, I know. But I think he's that good. And I think he's only getting better. So, heavily involved with Brandon Ingram as well. That's probably going to be a hold for me. And then this guy, I'm sure a lot of you know him, Zion Williamson, PSA 10. I have a couple of him. I think he's amazing. Obviously, everyone in the world is talking about him. They know about him. That is probably a hold for me until it gets higher. But, I mean, I don't think there's a bad spot. Just like the stock market right now, I really don't think there's a bad place for you to buy. Just, look at what you're doing. Do some research, valuable research, and put some time into it. And then you should be able to make a lot of money, honestly. Just buy it, sell it. This is another guy. I hate the Astros, but I think Yordan Alvarez is an excellent player. I paid like $30 for this. It's worth probably $50 right now. He's not playing right now in baseball. He is hurt. So I think that this is one when the Astros make the playoffs, which they should. Hopefully they don't. But anyways, this is a card that I think the value is going to go up. I see this card being at least, I would say at playoffs it'd probably be a $150 card. So I think he's a great player. His swing, what he was doing last year, it's really good. So Ja Morant, another guy I'm sure you guys probably know. Ja Morant is excellent player. He's going to be the Rookie of the Year. I'm very heavily involved and invested in Ja Morant. That's some of my graded cards, and I want to also show you some of my other cards. Ja Morant, I think he's going to be, first of all, he's going to be around for a long time. I think he's only going to get better. I think he needs to be more aggressive, but I think that sky's the limit. So anyway, so I'll just show you these cards right here, and I have these two, but anyways, these cards right here are some of the cards that I have. I'll try to show you. And again, I hope you guys can see that. If you can't, my bad. But anyway, so I pulled this one. I actually pulled this one. This card it just sold for over $100 by itself. Whoever bought it on eBay, they're probably going to be sending it in to get graded, which is not a bad idea. And it will be worth probably, at least, it'll probably be pushing $500 by the time they get it, and he wins Rookie of the Year. Once they get it graded, they're probably going to have to wait until next year to get it graded. Just wanted to make money with it, so I sold it. So anyways, I'm heavily invested in Ja Morant. Another guy that I'm heavily invested in is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I have 5 of his rookie cards. And my plan is to sell 4 of these and pretty close to double what I paid for all of these, and then I'm gonna keep one and I'm gonna get it graded. So that's my plan with these Giannis cards, and I think it's a pretty good plan personally. And whether I have to keep it for 2 years, 3 years, this card is the value is only going to go up if it gets I don't even care if it gets a 9, 8.5 at Beckett or whatever. Like, that card is going to keep going up. He's going to win the MVP this year probably, as much as I want LeBron to win. But, I mean, the dude's a freak. I mean, they call him the Greek Freak, and that's completely what he is. So, this card right here, I bought it for like $5. This is a Kobe Bryant card. It sold for $20. And that was just a quick flip that, I liked. There are other guys out there that I think there's a lot of value in. Guys like R.J. Barrett. You can get R.J. Barrett cards very cheap right now. And I'm not going to make you guys go buy them or anything like that, because, I mean, I don't want you to buy all of them. But I think that he was the number 3 pick in the draft for a reason. Simple as that. Watching him at Duke and in high school, he's the real deal. The Knicks just aren't very good at all. I think that he is a guy that basically you can get him for pennies compared to what he's going to be in a couple years. So take that for what it's worth. You can get some good deals on R.J. Barrett right now. So another guy that I really like is this guy with a brow. Anthony Davis rookie card. This card I plan on probably, if it sells in the next week or two with them going to the playoffs and everything, I will probably sell it just because I don't have that much money in it. And so I plan on seeing what happens with that. I have some more Zion cards. I have some baseball cards that I am, just in love with because I love baseball. I have some Kyler Murray cards. You can get these very cheap. I have Patrick Mahomes. I have this LeBron silver. So that's the thing. Anything with LeBron on it, I would probably try to get it if I were you guys. I mean, his stock is only going to keep going up, just like Michael Jordan and all the above. They are in their own class. A guy that I don't have that I would love to have is Luka Doncic. I think he is a top. I'm going to be nice and not go crazy. I think he's a top 5 player in the game right now. He's that good. If I had to pick between Ja, Zion, and Luka, don't tell Ja, I love the Grizzlies, but I would take Luka all day long. So that's where I'm at with that. Luka, I think that's such a good investment right now. No matter what the price, I think it's a great investment. Seems like a good dude. So that's one of the other things. So with these cards, Kevin Durant cards, those are really good. I think he and Kyrie Irving probably can get a pretty good price right now because they're not playing. So that's the kind of things you got to think about. There's a lot of things that go into this that has some strategy to do with it, and that's one of the things I'm going to speak with on my next video on who I'm investing in, what's my strategy, who is the next Michael Porter Jr. that you can buy for $100 and sell it for $600, like those kind of things. That's what I'm looking at right now. And I'm going to try to give you guys that value and that guy in my videos to come. So one last thing I want to tell you really quickly is with all these cards, like a LeBron card and a Luka card, you have his second year cards. You have his first year on the Lakers card, his Prism, anything LeBron, period. But like Anthony Davis, his first year on the Lakers type card. Kawhi Leonard, I would love to have some Kawhi Leonard stock right now. These type guys are the guys you want to be investing in. These guys that aren't going to go crazy and do something outside of basketball. You know, I just like the guys that play basketball and don't, you know, get into trouble. That's where your money's going to be safe at. So anyways, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I appreciate you for watching this video. I hope you guys jump into the card game with me. Go get you some rated cards, some graded cards. It doesn't really matter. Do something, because I mean, I don't think it's too late, but I think that the boat is moving, and I think you better jump on very quickly. I'll just say it like that. So anyways, I appreciate you for being here. If you're new to the channel, again, drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, and hopefully I will give you the guy that I'm investing in. So peace.